Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another post-fight analysis video. All right, y'all. Andrea Lee versus Antonina Shevchenko. Man, first off, I have to say I didn't think that the fight was going to go in this fashion. I felt like it was going to be closely competitive, whichever way it went. I felt like either Andrea Lee was going to win a decision or Antonina, she was going to win a decision. You know, my pick was for Antonina. I feel like she had the momentum right now, and I just felt like she had the tools to beat Andrea Lee, who I feel like doesn't execute she doesn't really execute at the right time. But Andrea Lee, she came through in this fight. She put everything together, and that's the one thing I'll say, man. Like, when you see these fighters on like 3 or 4 fight losing streaks, you know, you better be worried. You better be worried, especially if they're real close decisions. If they're losing close decisions and still giving these other fighters tough fights, you better be worried, because they're going to be tired of being on the end of these like close-in decisions like this, and they're going to come in there and make a statement. And Andrea Lee, man, she went in here this time. She put everything together, said, look, I'm tired of being on the wrong end of these decisions. I'm not putting it in the judge's hands anymore. I'm going to go in here and make a big statement. And she did that on Antonina. You know, she went in there and put everything together, dominated the stand-up, pretty much controlled the ground, you know, pretty much showed you that, look, like I said, her jiu-jitsu is underrated. You know, her jiu-jitsu is underrated. She went in there, did whatever she wanted on the ground, locked in a good triangle, and got a submission win via armbar over Antonina Shevchenko. I was really surprised that she put everything together and got a submission win. Like I said, if Andrea Lee was going to win this fight, in my opinion, I thought she was going to win a decision. You know, but real quick, let's go back and look at the fight. Andrea Lee, right away, first round, she came out with a fast pace, throwing head kicks. Antonina, she was landing a few counters here and there up the middle. You know, good straight 1-2s from the southpaw stance, but Andrea Lee, she kept punching her way in, landing. And Antonina, she was backing up. Antonina was backing up from this pressure. Andrea Lee was controlling the pace, setting up nice straight right hands, throwing left hooks off the combinations. Antonina, she wasn't sticking out her jab enough. You know, she looked like the longer, taller fighter. She was standing straight up. She looked a little stiff and tentative. You know, she wasn't like firing off a good jab the way she needed to, the way Andrea Lee was coming straight in. Andrea Lee was coming straight in, so if she would have just popped off a jab from the straight right, from the southpaw stance, that straight right jab, she probably could have set up a good left hand, but she continued to let Andrea Lee put that pressure on. Then Andrea tried for a very slow back fist that Andrea Lee just ducked under, got a clinch and landed some knees. And then she broke out of the clinch, went back to controlling the stand-up. You know, landed some good counters and just landed some good combinations, good left hook. But the one thing I'll say, in the tie clinch, that Antonina initiated, you know, she landed some good knees to the body, and you know, she was getting reaction out of Andrea Lee. Those knees to the body, they started to take their toll in that first round. That's why I said, okay, if she initiates more tie clinches like this, she'll be able to control it and do some damage. But hey, Andrea Lee, she showed that physical strength. She was able to break out, go right back to controlling from the outside, good right hands, and then there was just this crazy moment. Good head kick, left hook combination, rocked Antonina, and Andrea Lee went in for a clinch, got the takedown in the top position. I already said, look, with Andrea Lee in top position in that guard, in that closed guard, Antonina was going to be in trouble. She was on her back. She didn't really know what to do. She looked lost to me. You know, Andrea Lee just pretty much had her way, finished the round strong with some ground and pound, and closed that round out with a nice mix, like I said, a stand-up and ground control. Second round, man, Andrea Lee, she goes right back to putting that pressure on. You know, she goes in, and Antonina lands another back fist. Well, actually, Andrea Lee throws a back fist. She throws a back fist and lands it, but it doesn't really do too much damage because Antonina, she goes in and tries to grab the back. But Andrea Lee, she tosses her, man. She does that judo toss, and then she tries to get back up. Hey, she tosses her again back to the mat, and Antonina's back down once again, and Andrea Lee's on top in side control, and she's trying to land some good shots, and she's landing good body shots. She's landing good body shots, and then she tries to get a crucifix, and from that crucifix, she transitions to a triangle, lands some big elbows, man, and then she transitions into a position where she can get an armbar. So I was like, wow, like I told you, the jiu-jitsu of Andrea Lee is very underrated, because right off top in that first round, she got 2 judo throws, right? Then after that, went down into side control, got a crucifix, transitioned from the crucifix and, you know, just confidence, and went right into a triangle, and then transitioned to that armbar. And from there, like 3 minutes of complete control in a triangle, I really just felt like, I almost kind of felt bad for Antonina Shevchenko, because she was locked in this triangle, and she really had no escape. She had no escape from this hold, and Andrea Lee pretty much just had a choice to whatever she wanted to do, land some elbows to the head or going for the armbar. So she just continued to kind of ride these minutes out and just kind of soften Antonina Shevchenko up until like that, I'd say like, what was it, like 30-second mark or 10-second mark of the rounds. And finally she said, okay, I'm done softening her up. She's good to go. I'm going in for the kill. She looks broken. Extends that arm out. Antonina Shevchenko taps. And I was like, wow, man, wow. From there, I knew that eventually Antonina Shevchenko, she wasn't going to get out, and she was going to have to submit somewhere, one way or another. It was either going to be from the elbows, or it was going to be from a from the armbar. So yeah, man, good finish for Andrea Lee. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Andrea Lee, but I felt like, you know, this was a good fight, and she definitely put up a good showing, put everything together this time around, and just executed a good game plan. That's why I said, man, like, she does have enough tools. If she puts things together, she probably could get into the top 10. But, you know, you got to keep this momentum. You got to keep this momentum. But at the same time, somebody like Antonina Shevchenko, she's kind of in that same boat, up and down. She's kind of been on that win-loss pattern. And yeah, man, I just think that it's kind of downhill from Antonina Shevchenko from here, because if you can't beat a fighter like Andrea Lee, I really don't see her giving tough fights or getting any W's against any of the fighters in the top 10, man, for real. From here, Antonina Shevchenko, I just think she has to go back to the drawing board, see if this is really what she wants to do, continue to fight at this weight. Is the weight cut good for her? You know, does she need to be at 125? What's next? Does she want to continue to fight? You know, those are questions that she needs to ask. As for Andrea Lee, I would like to see her in there with the winner of Maycee Barber versus Miranda Maverick. You know, we were talking about this in a live stream last night, just kind of stopping to really think about it. I don't think, she deserves anybody in the top 5 yet. Maybe somebody in the lower half of the top 10, maybe like 7, 8, 9, or 10. You know, just somewhere in that range, or just somebody, you know, to kind of keep her sharp, like I said, in the top 15. But I like to see her in there with the Maycee Miranda winner, because Miranda wanted to fight Antonina Shevchenko had she won this Andrea Lee fight. But since Andrea Lee won, I'd like to see Andrea Lee versus Miranda if she gets past Maycee Barber. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got. Like I said, I just want to go back and give you my round-by-round analysis. Once again, closing thoughts, man. First round, just complete control from Andrea Lee as far as the stand-up, good combinations, good pressure, good head kick, left hook combination that rocked Antonina, and then just doing well in the close guard of Antonina Shevchenko. Then there's 2 judo tosses in the second round, and then just transition beautifully, like I said, from the crucifix to the triangle to the armbar, and just suffocating and locking in Antonina Shevchenko where she had nowhere to go. You know, it was just really, like I said, almost hard to watch if you're a Shevchenko fan. I know for the Shevchenko fans out there. But hey, man, like I said, the 2 different fighters. Valentina's her own fighter. Antonina's her own fighter. Hey, what can you say? Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.